TIFU by making a woman think I was a stalker. This happened a few years back. After my divorce was finalized, I met a woman on one of the online dating sites. Things were going cool even though she was hesitant to date me right after a divorce. She came around after realizing I filed for the divorce. I filed about 8 months prior. It was about 3 months after my divorce was finalized and she was the first person I dated. Fuck up number 1. Her. I took sick leave today. Me. Oh, you work for the government? Her. How do you know I work for the government? Me. You said, sick leave. Only government employees say sick leave. People with regular jobs say PTO. Paid time off. Her. Oh, okay. During this conversation she happened to mention she was a disabled veteran. Important later. We made plans for an in-person thing at some point after this. Fuck up number 2. We meet at Starbucks. Have a good time. We plan to talk for about 30-45 minutes but we're there about 2 hours. Make future plans to meet up. Head out to the parking and walk past a vehicle in the handicapped parking spot with disabled veteran plates. Me. Is this your car? Her. How do you know this is my car? Me. Actually I didn't. I saw the disabled veteran license plate and wondered if it was yours. Her. Oh, okay. Me. Can I open your door for you? Her. Nah. I got it. Long story short, she stood me up after that. She did give me a call and say now was not a good time for us to date due to my recent divorce. We can be friends. We can do things we previously talked about, and I said cool. I can use a friend post-divorce. Then she never called me again. Lol. My observant answers were a bit too coincidental for her. Looking back, she obviously thought I looked up her info. I did not do this. I did not have her last name and only had what was probably a Google Voice number. I do not look people up beyond like a Facebook search after getting to know you. And got spooked. TLDR. Made a woman think I was a stalker by being too observant. Then she ended it. Sucks for me. Good for her on being cautious. I don't think 2 weird interactions made her think you're a stalker. I think that it just didn't work out for her for whatever reason. One reason wasn't that you were her stalker. This reminded me of a time when I creeped a girl out by triangulating some small details. I was in NYC. A group of college-aged girls said they were from Illinois. Anyone who lives remotely close to Chicago says Chicago. And so I assumed they lived in a college town. So I said, "Oh, you live in Champaign?" And they looked very creeped out that I guessed that, and the friendly conversation quickly ended. Me. So you usually eat your food with a fork? Her. OMG, how did you know that? Exclamation mark. Oh man. I had a similar experience once or twice. I'm a voracious reader. Know a lot of trivia. Went to college very early. I'm an applied scientist. And I'm a good listener. And if I'm into someone, I'm definitely a good listener and very observant. One date I remember involved conversation about their work. It went well, I thought. I listened and knew some of the related terminology and generally how stuff worked. I was excited because it was an engaging conversation and I was definitely interested, but I later heard from a mutual friend that I scared them and that I knew too much. I learned to tone it down after that. I think you dodged a bullet. That sick leave is a government term in USA. I'm assuming USA based on post context. Happy to be corrected. In the UK, if you're off ill, it's always sick leave. And no, it may not be paid. PTO would just be a day off, or day's holiday, no implication it has anything to do with being ill. Only government employees say sick leave. People with regular jobs say PTO, paid time off. What? Paid sick leave is 100% a thing outside of government employment. Some states even mandate all employers to provide it. Today I learned being observant is a bad thing. Maybe I should not pay attention because clearly women like men who don't pay attention. And yet I say, there may be more truth to that I'd like to agree with. As a woman I'd be pleasantly surprised that you remembered so much. Don't worry. She's definitely unusual. Maybe very traumatized. Me, would you like some sugar in your coffee? Her, OMG, how do you know that about me? Exclamation mark. Two coincidences would not make me think you're a stalker. If anything, you're observant, and that's a green flag. Sounds like she just didn't think you clicked. What is up with everyone acting like it's either sick leave or PTO, and no other term is possible? I have never heard anyone say PTO. I have heard sick day, personal day, vacation day. Just very strange how people in this thread seem to think there are standard terms that everyone uses. As with most things, it's different for everyone. You're not the one in the wrong here. This lady was super paranoid, or easily baffled by observant people, which is almost just as bad. Sounds like she's high-strung and on guard from bad experiences with stalkers. Sucks to be her, but you'll be better off not carrying her baggage. I wouldn't worry about it too much. As a damaged person myself, I think the best person for her will be someone else who also has heavy emotional scarring. Paranoia. Probably won't be the last time either. I hate being observant with a good memory sometimes. Lol. I have a similar story but not quite the same. I was trying to warn some females about posting when you're on vacation on Facebook and giving out your phone number to random people. I told them how easy it was to do a phone number lookup and find out a lot of personal information about someone if you give them your cell phone number. They didn't believe me, so I proceeded to do with a quick lookup and tell them their address and other information. They instantly thought I was a stalker and doing nefarious things. I was so blown away I was literally trying to help. Plus, what stalker would go that route, lol. I stopped trying to be so helpful to random people after that. I guess there's just too many creeps and people trying to take advantage of you that people are skeptical. However, once again I don't understand what my attack angle was by trying to tell them to not do something and giving them an example. People are weird. I suspect it came down to more that they didn't want to be wrong. It's pretty damn common nowadays for women to look up information on a person before they go on a date with them. I think how you use that information determines on if you're a stalker or not. Being well informed doesn't make you a stalker. Being able to think analytically and make connections doesn't make you a stalker. I generally do it. If they give me their cell phone, the way I see it, if they're offering out that information, then that's on them. If you don't want someone doing a background check with your phone number, then don't give them your phone number. Give them a Google phone number or a free text number or something like that that's not linked to your personal information. That's like giving someone your social and then acting all weird when they know your identity, or worse. If she really was creeped out because of that, her loss. I'd consider intelligence to be a strong point.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.